Hey there guys, as you can see it's a bit of a change from FIFA 15 today as we are looking at the legendary Devil May Cry. So let's get straight into it, don't want to be messing about for this one. So I think I'm going to play through the series for a bit while this lockdown's going on. I'll just let this glorious intro play first.
Let's rock, baby.
Now, as if that wasn't obvious enough and you didn't know already, this is quite an early game of the PS2, 2001, as you can see right there. Now this is a game that I have pretty much done everything you possibly can. I've unlocked all the characters, etc., and we can do whatever difficulty. I'm going to do a new game plus, an old save file of mine, if I can find one. On hard, I think hard will be a good mix. I'll have all the items and everything, so I should be able to show the game off quite well. So, without further ado, let's start with the opening cutscene.
2 millenniums ago, there was a war between the human world and the other, the underworld. But somebody from the underworld woke up to justice and stood up against this legion alone. His name was Sparta. Later, he quietly reigned the human world and continued to preserve harmony until his death. He became a legend, the legendary Dark Knight, Sparta.
Devil May Cry. Oh, sorry, we closed at 9. Again, no password. I can't seem to get any real business.
Whoa, slow down, babe.
Well, well, what do we have here? Nature calls? It's in the back.
So, you must be the handyman who'll take any dirty job. Am I correct?
Almost. I only take special jobs, if you know what I mean.
You're the man who lost a mother and a brother to evil 20 years ago. The son of the legendary Dark Knight Sparta, Mr. Dante.
Well, the way I figure it, in this business a lot of your kind comes around. And if I kill each one that comes, eventually I should hit the jackpot sooner or later.
In that case, you should be used to this sort of thing.
Are you really the son of the legendary Dark Knight Sparta? Didn't your daddy teach you how to use a sword?
Sword. Time to go to work, guys. Even as a child, I had powers. There's demonic blood in me.
What strength?
You were the first one to know about my vengeance. Looks like I'm getting closer.
It seems that way, but I'm not your enemy. My name is Trish. I came here to seek your help, to put an end to the underworld.
What?
Years ago, Mundus, the Emperor of the Underworld, resurrected.
Mundus?
Yes. His powers were sealed by Sparta. He's attempting to gain control of the human world once again. He has been preparing to open the gate on Malay Island.
So there we are, guys, that's the opening cutscene. That sets up everything we need to know. And this is a playthrough, I should say, that I'm live commentating over this. So there will be times where I might go a bit quiet because I'll be focusing, because this game's quite the challenge, and that's what the director, Hideki Kamiya, he was a big fan of arcade games in his youth, and that really shows in this. A lot of it wanting to look stylish and look really cool, and mainly in the challenge. So, but let's crack on, as this is the first level and the game has now started. So, a few things to know about Devil May Cry. It was originally going to be Resident Evil 4, and there's a few things that do give this away, even though it is a new game. Mainly the setting. The castle is very Resident Evil, and the voice acting's a big one. I mean, all games were known for having pretty poor voice acting at this time, pretty much. There's a few exceptions, i.e. Metal Gear Solid. But Capcom in particular just never seems to get voice acting quite down. As I'll just see if I can get these orbs here. If not, I'm just going to progress on. So, another thing that gives this game away as a Resident Evil is quite a slow opening. We're not going to see any enemies for about a minute or so, and we've got this creepy music playing, which also sounds very Resident Evil. All in all, seems to be going for quite a horror vibe, apart from obviously Dante going around with his sword and big flashy red coat. But we're going to be encountering the first enemy quite soon. This is on hard mode, so I will have to focus during that. Now, if you've already played this game, you'll notice just then that enemy is not the normal standard enemy there. Hard mode in this game mixes up the enemies. It's one of the best uses of difficulty I've ever seen. As we get a key, very Resident Evil. Now things are just gonna get going. But as I was saying, enemy placement's gonna be mixed, making it quite a challenge from normal. As that awesome battle theme starts, and we are ready to start the game. As you can see, quite a challenge, but this is where the game's at its absolute best. We can do multiple combos, try and get that style ranking up. As you can see, I just got a B, I think, there. I don't think I saw an A. And this is one of the enemies you'd normally encounter in Mission 8, but he's already here in Mission 1. Part of that harder difficulty I was on about. So, not too bad a start. Now, one of the things I'm going to do is I'm going to come out of this room and go back in, because I can fight this enemy again, and try and get those orbs up, because we'll need that for mission ranking. Because I'm going to try and go for a few S ranks while I can. Now, the first one's actually quite hard, because you've got to get quite a few orbs. And we'll do a cheeky taunt there, and we'll make our way out. But I just love the music in this game. I pretty much love most things in this game. It's absolutely amazing. It's in my top 10 of all time. And I only got into the series quite recently, about a year ago now. And I'm going to talk more and more as I go through most of the games in this series, just about why I love this franchise. It's just fantastic. I don't think there's any 3D action games out there that do combat as good as Devil May Cry. Take note of this plane actually, because this plane will pop up later. See if you can remember it by the time we get there. So we're going to go down here and take out some more enemies. Not sure if I'm going to get the S rank actually, because I've been a bit slow with some of this. So I'm going to use some cool moves here. We're using the Devil Trigger, which is by pressing L1. And gives me access to a lot of really cool techniques for this game. This one is called Vortex, I believe. It's quite overpowered, so there is actually a bit of shame in using this, but I want to take these guys out as quick as I can. And that guy's actually got a shotgun, so I'm going to need to be careful of that. And that's this room cleared. But Devil May Cry was a game directed by Hideki Kamiya, who was kind of hilariously forced. Well, I don't want to say forced, I mean, I'm sure he was paid very nicely to do it, but he had to make a lot of horror games like Resident Evil 2, and you can tell with this game that he just loved making an actual horror, an action game, because it's what he always wanted. So we're doing quite good work here. Quite happy so far. Gonna be a fetish here. Do a cheeky taunt, get the devil trigger up. And that's good. Now we can exit the room and that'll be the end of the first level. That may be an A rank, that one, because I didn't quite get all the orbs. Let's just get those real quick. And complete the first mission. It's an A rank, I thought it would be. I was hoping for an S, but I needed to get those orbs at the start and I didn't quite manage to do them, but that's not a bad start, we'll take that. That's the end of mission 1, and I'll see you for mission 2. Thanks for watching.